Here are 5 foods that as a pediatrician and mom of 3 young kids, I will not be sending for school lunches and snacks. Number 1, popcorn. I know a lot of people love to send popcorn because it's a pretty healthy snack, but unfortunately it's one of the highest risk choking hazards in young kids. The shape of the kernel, it has a risk of choking and aspiration. Don't do it, it's not safe. This is not something that you want your kids to be eating at school without you in their presence. Number 2, cubed apples. Also very high choking risk. If you want to send apples, slice them thin so that they can hold them and bite them. Thin slices are great, cubed are not great. Number 3, baby carrots. I know people love these baby carrots with ranch. I know a lot of kids eat them. It's a healthy snack. What I would do if you want to send baby carrots is I would slice them lengthwise so that they're thinner and they don't have that round sort of oval shape, because those tend to be really high choking risk as well. Number 4, whole hot dogs, or hot dogs that are cut in pieces in the wrong way that still make them high risk choking hazards. If you are going to send hot dogs, please cut them lengthwise into quarters. But my suggestion would be to just not pack hot dogs at all. Let your kids eat hot dogs at home when they are with you and they're cut appropriately at home and you can watch them. Number 5, and the absolute hot topic on mom boards everywhere, whole grapes. I would not send my young kids to school with whole grapes in their snack box or lunch box. Listen, I have heard every argument in the book. My kid knows how to chew their grapes. I don't care. It has nothing to do with chewing. You have to understand, grapes are probably the number 1 high-risk choking food in kids. Young kids choke on grapes, older kids choke on grapes, adults choke on grapes. As you are teaching your kids how to eat grapes appropriately, which would be to take a whole grape and bite it rather than putting the whole grape in their mouth, I still would not send them to school with whole grapes. Work on that at home. If you want to let them eat whole grapes at home as they're learning to eat them in this way, fine. Do not send them to school with whole grapes, okay? Kids like to show off. Kids like to throw grapes and try to catch them in their mouth. They like to see how many grapes they can fit in their mouth at the same time. I would say this may be even a higher risk as they get older because of this need to entertain each other, okay? Cut the grapes or skip the grapes. Cut them into quarters, lengthwise, or skip the grapes completely. Now remember, we're talking about foods for school, okay, where your kids are not being watched the entire time. This is not one teacher or one lunch aide watching each child at a time. It's impossible to keep eyes on the kids all the time, okay? So the environment is not a great one for them to be eating high-risk choking foods. If you want to work on these foods at home, totally fine. Don't do it for school. Avoid these foods altogether or cut them in a way that decreases the risk of choking significantly. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it.